All right, so you may wonder, people talk about using pine gum, pine sap or whatever to start a fire or whatever to use for assisting in fire lighting. So this would be used as an extender, so you need something to burn for a while to get something going. This could be your ticket. So now, see, it will start to burn, but what happens is as the sap starts to burn, that burning surface slides off and falls down. So that's not of any value to you. So here's a way that you can do it right here. Okay, now you see that's so what we got to do is get a puddle that's burning. And the dripping sap will keep burning. So the trick to using sap, now this is winter time, so we're about 30 degrees out here. So now this is see that? As soon as I put it down in there, it goes out. Now once you have, see, it works best if it can drip. If it can kind of run. Oh. So there we go. So, laying flat doesn't work. If it's on a curved surface where the burning material can run off, that doesn't work because it carries the flames off with it. Now, as I mentioned, this is in the middle of winter. It's about, it's not too cold, but it's about, I don't know, it's 30 degrees. It might be a little less than 30, I don't know, but something like that. And so this sap is really hard. It's hard like a rock. I'm going to try to see if I can get a little synergy here with a couple of them burning side by side. It's a little finicky, you can see. But basically, if you can keep part of it elevated, have it so whatever runs off can run off either slowly or kind of run off into a puddle. Well, it looks like it'll keep going okay. There we go. So my goal here is just to see, can I build something up here that'll really go? So where would this be ideal? This would be a situation that you might, like say you have some damp wood. Well, you could get this started even in dampness. And then I just split off a little chunk of wood. And then you could carry this over and put it in your fire. In fact, I'll probably I'll probably just do that just because I can. So if you're using pine sap as a fire starter, particularly this old stuff like this that's been laying around for a while. I mean, this stuff here, even in the summertime, this would have been hard like this, or maybe not quite as hard. Now you might think I'm messing up my table there by having this, but that actually turns into kind of a glassy substance, and I can just scrape it right off. So I'm going to set the camera over by the fire here. We're going to do one of my famous debris kind of fires here. Alright, and we'll try to carry this over here. Hopefully I can do it without knocking stuff off or whatever, because it's all just kind of perched here. Okay, now if you want to observe here, the tar that's the pine tar, the sap that's burned off down onto the wood, it's actually started the wood burning a little now. So I've glued my gloves. Okay, now I just want to lift some of this up. And let's just get down in here. So now you see with that, pine sap right there, that makes me a nice little fire starter. Now you notice I had quite a bit of it, well, not a real lot. Not even a baseball size, I guess, but look how fast it's going. So it does go pretty quick, but there's quite a bit of flame there, so that should be plenty to get this thing going. I really should position some smaller wood in there to get that thing started a little sooner, but I'm kind of manning the camera here. Now let's see what we can do here. Maybe. There we go. Now I got a free hand. So see if I can get some finer stuff in there to help get started a little sooner. Because you see, I just had it right there on just the big stuff. Which that flame is pretty strong, so probably talking too loud being this close to the camera. But I think we'll see this all take off here. And the nice thing is, if you get this is all pinyon pine around our area here. And but there's a good bit of that pine around, so you could easily, probably in, I don't know how much time, wouldn't take too long, maybe 20 minutes, you could gather probably a bucket full of this stuff. And in that situation, you could probably start about anything. That'd be enough. So you see, there we go. There was that one big ball back here that I put on there. It's got maybe a third of it left. So it won't be long that all that stuff will have been burnt up. But you can see this wood is starting to catch now. Like I say, this is one of my regular fires where I'm not really doing much to it. had I arranged it a little, I have a bunch of small stuff back in there on the ground, but I'm kind of starting some of the bigger stuff here. But you can see that's going to go. It's caught now, so we're good. That fire's going to go. So that's how you start a fire with pine tar in the wintertime. Oh, there's another gob of it that's right there on that twig. I can set that in there and add that to it. So there's the trick right there. Is you just gotta let it, to start it off, you gotta let it drip onto something where the flame doesn't drip off onto the ground. That way it can kind of keep itself going. Stunning how comfortable it is. In fact, right now it's just breaking out of some clouds and it just feels like, I know this is crazy, it feels like a day at the beach. I'm actually feeling right now some enormous intensity of the sun on me, like I was laying at the beach in North Carolina and the sun just beating down on me and warming and heating my body. I just feel it.